I'm in my office this morning and art room, but let's go outside and see the garden. Let's start with the Ponderosa lemon. I'm still picking lemons off the tree, but look at all these flowers. There's literally hundreds of them. And the bees are just going crazy on them. And then I got nasturtiums down below. There is some basil in there too. But look at the size of these flowers. And that's because this is a Ponderosa lemon. And so it has bigger lemons and bigger flowers. So some of them are open, some of them aren't. I will have to thin them because there's going to be just so many. My onions is starting to bulb up. Get down there. You can see how they're thickening up over there. And should be a good crop. The sunflower seeds are up. I have been picking and picking and picking cherry tomatoes. My sister's here, and so we sat and ate cherry tomatoes off of this. The squashes are setting. These are little petty pans. So you can see them right down in there. There's someone right there. So it won't be long. And those will be up. And both of these plants are supposed to be the same, but look at these ones. They're very round. They're not the same shape. Little tomato plants from just seeds that I planted. Here's the garden. I exchanged the raised beds with new brassicas. But look at my Brussels sprouts. We are gonna grill some of these this week. Totally excited about that. I break all those those bottom branches off and just leave the very top. But the cabbages are coming along. We have picked and picked Swiss chard. The peas are over there. These broccolis are basically all done. I'm gonna cut them all off, grind them all up, and freeze them. But things are coming along. It's been glorious with the flowers. The green onions are ready. I planted some more brassicas over here by these onions. They weren't getting any light from all the lettuce, and so now they have really perked up. And lots of good tomatoes. The big ones are not ripe yet, only the cherry ones. But they're coming along. Let's go look at some bananas. Can't forget the beets. We're gonna grill beets this week too. I think we're gonna have a whole bunch of grilled vegetables and rice. Celery's coming along. I picked lots of that. But here's a look of the garden the other way. It's just fabulous. And it's a beautiful day out today. Sunshiny, no wind. This is my little compost pile I made so that I could throw things in there. I just hated not having things, and I had things piled up, so I just made myself a little bin. The hollyhock should send up their, oh, in fact, right here. There's one right there. The flowers. This is just a lemongrass. I'm gonna cut it down and just let it grow again. One of my carrots from last year is gonna flower. I love the flowers on carrots. It's kind of like a Queen Anne's lace. Artichokes are humongous, and hopefully the next week or two they should be sending up some stalks. I'm gonna get into the banana. Here's one of them that's just started to bring stuff up. There's little bananas in there. You can see the male flower. It's really very cool looking. And then the bananas will come up in between those ridges and make the bananas. Now, I have one that's already bagged, and it's been bagged for a while, but now the temperatures are warmer, and so I should really see some good growth with that. Now, here's my poinsettias, and I just planted them after Christmas. And here's just some of the other garden. We're just strolling along, snapdragons, all the different plants. But there's the potatoes that I planted that I had chitted. And then look at all these eggplants. And this plant is from last year. Here's one of my pumpkin plants, and it started to set some pumpkins, and it's just grown in the gravel, and I have some nutrients around it. And this is my giant one. So we're going to walk around. We're going to see if I can find any ones that have actually set so far. And there are a couple that I think I'm pretty safe that they have set, and I'll let them grow a little bit longer. And if I can move these around, I'll find there's that one over there too. So we'll see how they are in the next week. Otherwise, I'm going to hand pollinate again. But there's just my row of trees that I planted last year and the year before, and it has been good. Here's some radishes in a tower, and Joe doesn't like radishes, so they're just for me. Here are the cacti, and I moved them away because they were got tipped over in the wind. But look at these pumpkins that I did way last fall. They are still hard as a rock. I want to save the seeds. That was my short little garden tour. It is growing. We've been harvesting. We've been replanting and thinking about my spring garden in Wyoming. Everybody have a great day.